Oh, I can watch the stream this time. But what?
Sigil, the one we've been playing D&D on.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do what I want. What is it? What's the whole line? I do what I want. I don't care if you like me. I'll ride or die with my crew.
Are you quoting like Fast and Furious?
Nah, Rob Bailey, The Hustle Standard. Started listening to that again. It's been a day. Oh, also, side note, I think I just need a camera arm, and I should be able to be just fine for spell table, KJ. Because I have a webcam. I don't think I need 2 webcams. Well, then I'll have to go buy another webcam for you. Just for you, KJ. Just for you.
That's so sweet. Aww.
Abby, we got Nix. Why aren't you in here?
Because you said we're not needing to do it today.
Sound the bat signal.
I said we might not use it.
Make up your mind.
I'm not making up my mind. I literally said we might not use it all too much.
Oh, hello. Sorry about that. Yeah, I got my new work schedule, so I'll have to start letting you know.
Yo, breathe in and breathe out. You're good. You are good sir. We appreciate the hustle and the effort, but we don't need you dying.
Thanks.
What the?
Need my spell book. Can I have my spell book now?
Okay. We're still level 3, yeah? Okay. Okay, I'm good to
claim
go.
myself without crashing now.
You got the stream opened up?
Yep, it is.
Yet.
Yep,
Where's
she
stream?
drives Beige. Audio sounds good.
Fart. That was the sound test.
Oh, the friggin' music turned off. I need to go into the files on this program and see if I can like upload music into it.
Spooky. Alright, also, real quick, I still haven't figured out the whole... Wait. I can go voice activated. Fucked it today. Because, yeah, everybody's kind of being quiet, Tom, so. Just want to make sure. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, just want to make sure that you guys can hear me, because whenever I tab into that sigil program, it literally does not let me use push to talk. Like,
I tried for that too. Can't do push to talk in there, sadly.
Probably because it does something else.
Oh, I still have temporary hit points that I'm not supposed to have.
No, you're still supposed to have those.
Boop 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 boop.
I still have 5 temporary hit points because I thought a spell went off.
You have them from a spell. Nix's was from her wild shape.
I'm just gonna shut up now.
So who would like to recap?
Not it.
I'll do it. The gods sworn exited out of the chalice of the gods after their exploration of the obituary, I believe it was called.
Ossuary.
The umbral estuary. And had come to adopt little balls of iotas that are part of them and get to know them as they traversed outside into the outside world. And for the first time, the bells of the ossuary had tolled, alerting the Creed Forged that something was amiss. So they had sent some of their own, which unfortunately the Godsworn had ran into. Finding no safe passage out besides confronting them, the two parties collided and ultimately had slain the Creed Forged and had put the Godsworn on the run, which they are now headed back to the Gloaming Lantern.
I'm not on the run.
Alright.
Though a nap would feel really good right about now.
I agree with you, Isabel. We should get as soon as we possibly can.
I still can't see anything on the stream. Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure.
Aw, you thanked me for the follow. Is there really like no other people on this alleyway?
Well, this is a rough estimation of just running through the city as it is. So I will begin with my little scene setting here. Behind you, the echoing toll of the hollow bells begin to fade. The alarm is sounded. Lantern lights bob like fireflies, flooding the ruined graveyard that you have found yourself in. Creedforged shout commands, their voices cutting sharply through the night air. You see patrols spreading through the alleys and side streets ahead. Hollow Rest itself seems to come awake, and the city whispers you are being hunted.
So no one walked.
Yes. Lantern awaits. You'll have to make it there alive first.
First Arab.
Actively pursue.
Oh, okay, so shit.
So we've been spotted.
That doesn't look good, you guys.
We've been spotted, and we're actively being pursued.
Yes.
Okay.
As the answer to your question, there are a few individuals that kind of take note of you.
Alright. Do you guys have like a... Can you... he tries to motion, disguise yourselves in some way? I can probably hide behind some crates or something.
We just need to get out of here quickly. Hiding behind a crate's not going to help against wizards.
Especially someone as big as you.
He shrugs.
This is going to be as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a bit of a weird session. This is an active chase scene, so we got a little bit of different rules and stuff. You're each going to be telling me how you contribute escaping the Creed Forged. You can do athletics or acrobatics to run as fast as you can. You can do stealth to remain hidden, perception to spot threats, or whatever else you can think of. Once you meet a certain level of successful checks, we will roll on to the next step. We are currently in step 1. If you meet a certain number of failures, then we will have complications.
I do deception to hide in the crowd or hide among the normal people.
Okay.
Shall I just roll that check?
Yeah, we've got Nyx contributing with her deception skills. What is the rest of you doing?
I think I have fog cloud.
There's already a pretty active fog, as you can see.
Okay. Oh, I have alter self now.
I do have a heroic inspiration, apparently. So, yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that one, and I'm gonna roll it in D&D Beyond. Because if we're starting, and it's already rolling me ones, I don't think I want to roll that dice anymore.
Is this kind of all at once, or like, are we doing like
Yeah,
in succession?
it's basically whatever you all are doing at once to contribute in your fleet.
Okay. Erebus is going to cast Alter Self on himself, and I would like to change into a human female with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Okay. That will be a deception check on your part. You can go ahead and roll
Okay.
with advantage because you have to disguise yourself.
Okay, so if that's the case, is this kind of like an active straight where we're heading down? What it looks like?
It's kind of nighttime at the moment, so the streets aren't super active. There are
What is
a
my
couple of
bonus?
people, as I mentioned, but nobody really seems to be paying any attention, or trying not to pay any attention.
Okay, is there a way that I can use a cantrip create bonfire, kind of like to make them feel like we're going in a different direction than we actually are? So if they're coming from behind us and we're going to go straight, I want to take the bonfire off to the right. You know what I mean?
Okay, we'll call that a sleight of hand check.
What
Okay.
is my bonus on my deception check?
It should be on your character sheet.
Oh, okay. So I just hit my. I don't need to add one. I can just roll it.
I think if
I have a +6 on it already.
Are you doing it on a phone, or are you doing it on your laptop?
Yeah! Oh, natural 20 plus 1 for a 21 hand. Let's fucking go.
I'm not sure how it is on phone. Maybe if you like hold it, there should be like a. Here, let me see.
I see a little dice symbol in the bottom right corner where I can do like a D4, a D6, D8.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
But my deception next to it, it says +6. So should I just click that +6?
Yeah, hang on 1 second. So
Yeah, you should be able to just click.
If you hold the +6, you'll get a little pop-up that has advantage
Yep.
and disadvantage.
Advantage.
You click the advantage and it will roll it for you.
And then roll. Okay. 16.
All right, so we have Erebus with the deception. We
17.
17. Alright. And 21 for you, Kalen?
Natural 20 for a 21.
Alright. And Guard, how are you contributing?
Guard's actually gonna waste a rage here because what he can do is, so how he does it, he pumps up his chest, he beats on his chest, breathes in slightly, and then he's gonna try and blend in with the shadows, the fogs. If there's any brush, he's gonna give it a little growth, and this is how it's gonna work. As I'm raging, all right, I'm gonna activate Primal Knowledge, so I gain proficiency in another. No. When I'm using an ability check using one of the following skills, you can make it using a strength check, even if it normally uses a different ability. Acrobatics, Intimidation, Perception, Stealth, or Survival. I'm gonna use Stealth for this.
Alright. Go for it.
Oh, that's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. I am sneaky.
Here goes. And then plus 3, so that's 22.
Alright. We have a successful first round. You all dash into the crowd, hide in the underbrush, lure them away with the subtle casting of a bonfire. And you all begin to press onwards further into the depths of the city. The deeper you go, the more you find yourselves kind of dwelling in the darker sort of undercity, where the main road of Hollow's Rest is known as the Pilgrim's Path, and that's where the majority of business and people take place. And below the Pilgrim's Path is the Forsaken Port, which is pretty much everything below the city, the proper city, sort of sunken far down into the depths of the ground. Which that is where you guys all end up making your way to figuring out the best path to try and remain as hidden as you possibly can. Eventually, though, as you all are sprinting through the winding alleys, ahead of you, you make out 2 Creedforge patrolmen that block the intersection with their lanterns blazing, halberds gleaming. They're scanning the area, alerted but not seeing behind you footsteps or a ladder. What's the plan?
Oh, wait, they have lanterns, right?
Yes.
Are we like within 60 feet of them?
I'd say so.
Okay, I'm gonna control flames and literally, I'm gonna cause them to die. Just kind of go out.
Is there a save for attended lanterns and attended fires?
I don't think so.
I was gonna think about like having it just go poof up in their face, but that just seems like it's gonna draw attention.
Instantaneously extinguish the flames within the cube, 5-foot cube, so you'd only be able to get one of them.
Okay, well I'll do one of them.
All right.
Just
that causes them to briefly sort of halt as they look at it, taking a further peek around. If I could have everybody go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
damn it! They can't see now.
You only got one of the lanterns. They both have lanterns.
I cast on the other one now. 6 seconds, right?
You've already taken consequences of it at the moment.
15 on stealth.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, just put me down as a failure.
What'd you get?
You don't want to know. It's not a 1, but it's bad.
If there's an A next to the stealth, does that mean I can roll it with advantage?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I
That's
rolled,
from
but I didn't do it
your-
with
your
advantage.
wounds.
Oh, okay.
I got
4.
I got a 6. I wasn't much better.
Oh god.
Alright, so we had a 24. What did you get next?
Ding.
Oh, you're kind of cutting out just as you stop, or as you start saying it.
15.
15. Okay. Guard, you had a 6.
Yeah.
And Kayla, what was yours?
4.
4. Alright. Well, that draws their attention as both Guard and Calum are rushing through the alleyway. Guard, you kind of let out a sudden kind of growl as a door is sort of swung directly against you and smashes into your chin. And Calum, you look over to Guard as you see him get smacked by the door, which causes you to trip over a small pile of debris as the Creed Forged now draw on you.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
That looked like it hurt.
You said a door opened and smacked me in the face?
Yes.
Hey, excuse you.
You actually don't see anybody on the other side of the door.
If that's the case, I just slammed the door again.
Take the door home with you.
Could I take the door with me? I am raging.
Okay. Fine. Are they
an athletic check to try and break the door if it changes?
are they coming after us now? Like, are they like they see us and walking towards us?
Yes, but we're going to be in an encounter. Give me one moment.
Gosh damn.
I should have advantage since I'm raging. We'll see. Strength check and saving throws. Yep, here we go. Those are terrible. Those are awful.
That is one
I'm-
very stuck door.
I'm so glad that I am not using the dice in Sigil right now.
Nope.
As Guard pulls on the door, he gets a splinter. Let's just say that.
He said always doors in D&D.
A 1, bro? Are you kidding me?
Well, Caleb, you're up first.
Erebus and me are still
There's a
hidden.
guard. So it's a guard and a knight. Is like one of them like heavier like.
They're don't pay attention to that. They're Creed Forged.
Oh, also-
they're equal. Equal
Do I
kind
need to roll initiative too?
The initiative is already rolled.
Oh, only...
are-
Okay.
Are they like equal like gear? Like one doesn't look like he outranks the other or anything like that?
One. Let's see.
Sorry, I the whole knight and guard thing is throwing me off for a loop. I didn't know if one's stronger
That's
than the other.
metagaming.
Rah, 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 rah.
Let's see.
That's why I'm asking for visuals. I'm not trying to metagame. Gosh.
Yeah, so one would be in a plate and one would be in a half plate. That would be the only distinguishing thing.
Okay, so I'm just going to like think to myself, like look around, think and calculate. Like we don't have time for this, and I'm just going to go straight out and cast one of my final spell slots and go straight into a scorching ray and just send it.
Alright.
All towards the guy in full plate. So 15 plus 7 for 22. 14 plus 7 for 21. And a 6 plus 7 for a 13.
The 13 will miss.
Damn. Alright, well, I'm going to, in standard fashion, I'm seeing that he is in plate. I am going to reconfigure the Scorching Ray. You're going to see, like, the sigil come out. I'm going to quickly reconfigure it. And instead of doing the move that I did in the other place, I'm going to change and move it in a different, more of a jagged thing. And then the sigil is going to start looking a little bit more jaggedy. And then I'm going to push it forward, and I'm going to send 2 lightning rays at the guy in full plate.
Alright. Roll your damage.
Dude, that fucking bites. First one was a 3, and the second one was a 7. Gosh, rolls.
Okay.
So a total of 10 damage, but it's lightning damage, so I'm assuming that does a little bit more because he's rainy, foggy, and he's in plate.
So you conjure forth the lightning ray in the direction of the plate armored Green Forged. The two sort of crash and cascade against his armor, kind of dispersing a bit. He definitely felt it, but he is continuing to press forward as the third ray goes forward. You see his lantern actually he flicks it open, and it sort of opens up and consumes the lightning within as it is extinguished, and he continues pressing on towards you.
I'm just gonna whisper, like, bro, that's kind of cheating.
Go ahead and hit the next button, or the end turn button, when you're all done. Alright, Nyx, you're up.
I take it Nyx and Erebus have not been spotted.
We're all traveling together, so they would have all gotten. It was a group check,
Okay.
so that you collectively failed, basically.
I don't see any damage on either of these. I assume that means they're both still healthy. We'll just poison spray on the closest one.
Check the range on poison spray. Unless I'm confusing it with acid splash, it might be a melee or a shorter range.
It is a shorter range, and I will have to move first, which is fine. For the sake of automation, I'm going to roll this in the game.
In game, you get full spell effects.
But the in-game dice hate me.
How
Six
does your
poison damage.
how does your spell look as it collides against this individual?
Exactly as it looked in game.
Come on.
Nyx hisses and spits out a volume of acid or poison that goes forth and splashes into the person's. If they're wearing a helmet, it would be onto the helmet. If they aren't wearing a helmet, then it's in their face.
Oh, brutal as fuck.
Alright, they let out a gasp, a shout of pain as your poison spray collides against their face. They are undeterred, though, continuing to press forward.
We need to end this quickly if we're going to get away from those behind us. I do not believe I have a bonus action, so yeah, we're just gonna...
Alrighty. This Creedforge rolls right up on you, halberd gleaming as it brings it crashing down towards you. That is... only a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Alright. So you take 1d6 plus 1 piercing, or slashing damage from the halberd. 5 points of slashing damage.
Alright, I'll reflect that in the game.
Next up is this guy. He is also going to come rushing up on you. He brings one halberd strike down on you. That'll miss. Second one is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And his halberd is angrier, so you take extra damage. That's gonna be 8 points of slashing damage from his halberd.
Oh, wow. I'm back.
Ouch.
Who got hit by what?
They both moved in on Nyx because she moved in closer to them. And now you're up.
How close would you say everyone is in proximity to guard?
Use the handy dandy tape measure and it will tell you.
You're just gonna put me like that? You're just gonna make that? Okay.
Nyx 34 feet, Alaris 24 feet, Erebus 30 feet, and Calum at 21 feet.
That means that Creedforge next to Nyx is 30 feet at least, right?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Guard's gonna run up, angered because he has a splinter in his finger. He got caught. A door slammed in his face. It ain't looking too good for him today. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Because I think I can use my feature here. This will be great. I can finally use it. Alright. 2d6 temporary HP. About to head out to Nyx because they're within 10 feet of me. I'm almost certain. This will be the vitality of the tree. It does say at the start of each of my turn, though. Would I be able to do it if I move?
Going forward, you will have to be within range, but we'll allow for this one because we're in weird chase land.
You got it, boss.
Weird chase land.
2d6, here we go.
points.
Still not looking too hot.
How does your you didn't take 6 damage. You get 6 temporary hit points.
Yeah, that's what I did.
How does this look as your vitality of the tree moves to envelop her?
Basically a root reaches out, and shoots out like a light at her. Sort of like how Torvin.
Green sort of firefly light.
Yeah, it's sort of like pollen, glowing pollen.
Alright. As the pollen falls upon you, Nyx, you feel an innate sense of hardy life that sort of courses into you. And then something else begins to fall, actually. You all notice that it appears to begin to snow. But it's not quite cold enough for snow. And that's when you realize that it's not actually snow falling, it's ash falling. As an ashfall begins.
Yo, what does an ashfall mean? Do I know?
Ashfall, as you all are natives of Astreva, is a fairly common weather occurrence. It's like rain or snow or hail or it's basically the fallen ashes of the deceased divinity raining down.
Tell me. Ashes of dead people, basically.
If you live in the Northwest, you're pretty familiar with what an ashfall is.
Yep.
You also all sort of kind of get flashes of divine visions that begin to overtake you. Nothing super distinct, but it is distracting.
Oh, so like kind of like what was happening in the crypt when we inhaled.
For the
Okay.
for the next round, after this round, all of whatever checks you make will be at disadvantage while you sort of get used to the effects.
Attack rolls too, or just
Yes.
just saves?
All rolls.
All rolls. Okay.
Go ahead and continue your turn, Carb. Sorry for the interruption there.
No worries. Ashfall. Gosh dang. What timing? And he goes and swings his big old axe.
Are you doing it recklessly?
We're not gonna do it recklessly. Actually, what am I
You both of
doing?
them?
I could cleave.
You could.
13 to hit one.
That will miss. As your axe goes swinging forward, they interpose the haft of their halberd in between themselves and your axe as you sort of clamber off of it. And you take that momentum, bringing your axe arcing back around your head to go and try and strike at the other guy.
Let's hope for the best. I can use my attacks. Automate action. Here goes.
Alright, how does it look as you finish them off?
Alright, missing the first one, he brings the momentum to the second one to make up for it. And this time he has a little bit, because he is raging, the vines in his arm pulsate, and just bring enough strength so that even if the guy were to block or to dodge, he'd be able to still make contact by swinging the axe in the direction that they block or dodge, and just crashing through them.
Alright, he does bring his halberd up in an attempt to try and deflect the blow, but your axe carves right through it and embeds itself in his chest as he coughs a bit of blood out and then falls to the ground as you rip your axe with an arc of blood sort of trailing off and painting the street.
Sweet!
Makes me miss Sunder builds.
Go ahead and hit the end turn button if you're finished with your turn, bud. Alright.
Thank you.
We have Alaris up. Alaris, who is missing her stat block. Give me a second. Okay. She is going to unleash 3 arcane bursts in the direction of this individual. I really need to figure out how the heck to do the targeting with this thing. Nope.
What do you mean, nope?
Click spell, click target.
I tried that, it didn't work. I've done it
Yeah, that's how I.
a couple of times, but it's still... okay. Get those. Man, I cannot figure it out. Oh wait. Try. Actually, not time. Okay. She casts her 3 arcane bursts in the direction of this dude. Let's see. What was it? +6. So that is... The first one will go wide, crashing against the brick-laid floor of the road that you all are walking on. The second one manages to find purchase, as does the third one, as she unleashes big old bursts of arcane energy in the direction of this dude. So we got 6, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage total.
That's a lot of damage.
All right. So one of them's dead, decapitated. Makes things pretty easy. I am going to cast Ray of Frost. And do I need to move, or am I going to be able to line that right up in between Lars and Nyx?
The answer is no.
I am not going to do that. Dang it. Well, guess what? I still have a bonus action. So now Erebus is going to walk right on up to this Creed Forged and use Dragon's Breath.
Okay. Let's see.
Dragon's breath. Oh.
What damage type are you doing?
I am going to do ice.
All right. How does it look as your icy
So,
breath envelops them?
It's gonna my jaw is gonna like kind of unhinge, and it looks like pretty unsettling as my whole mouth just gets bigger, and like my lips kind of start to tear a little bit at the corners, from my mouth opening so wide as a bright pale blue, like glacier colored icicles kind of like just fly out, and I'm aiming right at their face. So,
Damn.
As a dexterity save, right?
believe. Oh God, lost it.
There will natural one anyways. Doesn't matter. Roll your damage.
Okay. Should I just click on the spell on my phone, and then
I have
it will roll? Or
no, you'll have to. You should see the next to yourself. Yeah, you should see the damage for it next to the spell. If not, then just roll.
oh yeah, I see it. Hang on. Boom, boom, bang. 12.
12? Alrighty. Your icy breath envelops them. They are looking pretty fucked up.
Good. I hope that hurt.
And you're still under the effects of your alter self.
Yeah. So I'm little blonde girl. I think that's I'm gonna end my turn.
A little blonde girl? What?
Blonde and a lady.
Yeah.
Kalen, you're up.
You look
Oh,
ridiculous.
I'm up? Oh, man. Alright, so we only have one guy left?
Mm-hmm.
This is your chance. You can get the finishing kill.
Wow! I've been
That was gonna be hilarious if you just there's one guy left. I'll pass it to Nyx. Never mind.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't want to have the... How do you want to do this? I'll leave that to you guys. I'm kidding. I'll do a frostbite, because that's all I can do.
Alright.
And I can't do anything cool with frostbite.
Are you within range?
Frostbite? It's 60 feet, yo.
Well, click the spell and click on her.
What? How do I do the ruler thing?
You should see the frostbite spell underneath your spells.
I don't. Dude, this is why I've been using fucking D&D Beyond. And it's just a con save.
Okay.
Con 15.
They fail. Roll damage.
1d6. I rolled a 1.
Nice.
How do you want to do this?
How does your 1 damage frostbite look?
I'm just gonna take like a little icicle and just like just like form a little sigil. Sickle kind of spins out, and I'm gonna like throw it and kind of like curve it around my comrades and hit the bloodied Creed Forge.
All right, your little icicle crashes forward and chips into their exposed cheek, giving them a little cut.
I gotta say it like that.
Oh, don't we have a disadvantage now too?
It's not a roll. It's just a con save.
Yeah.
That's how you get around stuff like that. Is you have your spells where they have to roll because they're at disadvantage, right? Yeah.
Nope.
Hacks.
Nix, you're up.
All right. Well, it's not dead, so I have to deal with it now.
I feel like I'm just being attacked left and right, yo.
I'm just gonna cast Wither and Bloom on it.
Okay.
Kind of a waste, but at the same time, like I don't really have much of a choice here. Con save.
Would have been fucking dead if I didn't use my spell slot to use Healing Touch.
They got a 21. Or, sorry,
Oh.
not 22.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's a DC 13, so
Half damage?
it takes half damage. Yeah, so I was checking for that. I was like, is it half damage or is it just no damage? Because most of my spells with all my other characters are just no damage. So let's roll that. Half of 5.
Alrighty.
And
the healing aspect, right?
the healing aspect is going to be on my hit die, which I believe is a D8 for Druid.
Is it only one character, or can everybody get in the?
It's one character, one person. Yeah.
So you're gonna spend a hit dice to heal yourself?
Yes.
Alright. Go ahead and add an extra hit dice worth of dice.
It's also it's hit dice plus my spell modifier.
Yeah. Go ahead and add an extra hit dice without marking it off.
So 2.
Yeah.
Where's the hit dice on here?
That would be
Your little
for your-
boil boy gotta
for
heal
your
you
druid-
more.
For your druid, it'll be a D8.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll 2d8. I'm not gonna worry about marking off hit dice. I don't know where to do that.
It would be. Are you on PC?
On PC, yeah.
So if you click click your hit points. Oh wait, hit the short rest, and then you'll see your hit dice there. You can just mark them off. Don't hit the take short rest button though.
Where is short? Is it in Sigil or in
On D&D Beyond.
D&D Bound? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to track in both, so
Should be
short
up at the
rest.
top. Yeah, click that, and then you'll see.
Marked 1.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll 2d8 and add your spellcasting mod.
Roll 2d8. Where can I do a plus on this?
If you just click the d8 on the, if you click it twice, it will give you 2.
Yeah, but that's not, I can't add the 3 to it.
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah, not for just normal dice rolls. You gotta read that manually.
13.
All right, you heal yourself for 13. So how does the wither aspect of your wither and bloom look as you unleash it on this individual?
So because of the the ash around that person will start to turn black
Nice.
and land on his armor and not do anything. Or well, no, it does do some damage, right? So the ones that when it hits the metal, it doesn't do anything, but when it hits his skin, it causes like
Bits of
necrosis to happen. Yeah, little bits of necrosis.
Alrighty.
And then the ash that hits Nyx kind of glows on her skin.
And as it does, it also sort of flares in the similar sort of green light of the vitality of the tree that you have been encompassed with from guard. It seems your plant-based spell may have been empowered, being in the presence of the godsworn of whatever.
There isn't an easy way to just click heal on this, is there? I'll count my clicks.
That's what I've been doing for damage.
Is that more HP than I actually have? No, okay. I guess it won't let me. Yeah, it won't let me go more than I have. Yeah. I'm just gonna do a thing on here so that the spell slot goes away. I don't think there's a way for me to mark it off otherwise. Oh, no, I can. Never mind.
If you're finished with your turn, you can hit the end turn button.
Hold on. That was my action. I still have a bonus action and move, but I don't want to incur an attack of opportunity, so...
It's not a bonus action. It would just be your move.
Yes, I have a bonus action and a move is what I said.
Oh, gotcha. It sounded like you said a bonus action to move. Sorry.
I mean, if you want to use your bonus action to move.
I don't even think you can do that if you wanted to.
Not unless you're a goblin or a monk.
Wait, goblins can do it too? Can I race chain? Rocket boots, go!
Bonus actions. What bonus actions do I have? Basically nothing unless I wanted to use my last wild shape. So yeah, we're done.
Alrighty. They are up next. They're going to keep up the assault.
Abuse, assault.
They will do one attack on Nyx. And one attack on guard.
Ouchie.
No, you're a little blonde girl. You gotta go, ouchie!
Guard is.
Oh,
No.
what?
Then they are going to hold their lantern aloft, and they are going to sort of spiral it out around them. I need Nyx, Erebus, and Guard to give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh, jeez.
Got
Is this
disadvantage?
At disadvantage. What were you saying, Guard?
I was about to say, is this a threat I could see? Could I
It
use
is.
Danger Sense here?
Yeah, so
An
that
eight.
will cancel out your disadvantage, so just a flat roll.
I'll just roll two
Oh,
19s.
nice 20. Yeah, I rolled an 8.
No,
I think I'm getting
5.
So Nyx, you are going to take 4 points of fire damage. Guard and Erebus, you're going to take 9 points of fire damage as
9.
the lantern bursts, as the flame bursts and spirals around them.
I can't believe it. That does bring me down to 0. However, as an orc, I can survive.
Yeah.
Let me just read it.
You're on 1 hit point, right?
Yep, 1 hit point. Once per long rest when you've reached 0 HP, but not outright killed. You can drop to 1 HP instead.
Alright.
Yoink.
As you're enveloped by the flame, you feel the light leave your eyes before a surge of vitality from the energy, the rage within you, sort of courses into you, and you let out a ragged breath, not quite out of the fight yet. You're up, guard.
They go, damn! Oh, time to repair the favor. He's gonna bring down the... Well, beginning of his turn, he can give temporary HP.
Oh, is it to everyone around him within 10 feet or something like that?
It's one creature.
One creature within 10 feet. Okay.
It won't
He is one
pierce,
creature.
So the whole time he was in the tower,
Mine's already
Yeah.
gone.
there was no van.
So, who will get it?
Wow.
Call him out. Call him out. It says everyone's healthy. Oh,
That's not the case.
that is not the case at all. You're right. I don't think I can stack it with Nyx, but I can give it to myself.
No, my temporary hit points are gone.
They're gone?
Yeah. I got hit for
That's-
17 damage.
Jeez Louise. Well, here, have another 2.
Cool.
For 10. 10 temporary hit points.
That's
And then we're
pretty
gonna-
badass.
We're going to Reckless this time.
Alright.
We are going to Reckless.
That doesn't get it, though.
Feel your inner
Oh.
storm well up within you.
You know, I don't want to miss when they're nearly dead.
So it'll just be a flat roll.
One more thing I gotta do. Because they didn't do it in game, so it wasn't counting stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Here goes. A flat roll, you said?
Yeah. Because the disadvantage from the ashfall.
Alright.
Alright, you hit and finish them off. How's it look?
1 damage.
Imagine just 1 damage.
See, I've been rolling ones on my damage all night long, bro.
Well,
All night long.
he's just gonna bring the giant axe top heavy straight in between. From the head to the... Yeah, just in the middle.
Alright. With a bellow of rage, your axe goes forward, caving in their skull as they collapse in a heap. Defeated.
Before we move on, Nyx is going to cast Cure Wounds on herself and on Guard.
Okay.
Real quick, is there anywhere, like, I understand we're in, like, big pursuit. Is there anywhere we can technically hide Zed bodies?
Oh, look, it landed on my head.
I mean, you can drag them into an alleyway.
That'll take time.
Or I'm in the corner.
It will. There was still the sound of footsteps actively behind you.
So my bonfire didn't deceive them? Sad day.
It did, but it only bought you time.
There's no reason to mess with the bodies. Let's move.
I agree. Best keep moving.
I'm nearly out of energy here. I can't handle another fight. Let's go.
Try not to attract any more attention.
It's not my fault a damn door hit me.
So while we're all running, I'm gonna pull out. So like we're kind of all like together, right, in a group running together. So I'm gonna use my Enspelled Staff of Aid, for level 2 aid.
You can only
What do
have
I-
one source of temporary hit points, right?
Yes, the higher result will override. But aid also increases your maximum hit. But aid doesn't give temporary hit points anymore. It heals you for 5 and gives you 5 maximum hit points, basically.
Ah, okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
What do I roll for that?
There is no roll. Who are you using it on?
Oh, that is aid isn't like an AOE.
You get multiple. You get up to 3 targets. Actually.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, I will use it on. Well, dang, Nyx is already.
I'll read you the spell. Your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. You choose up to 3 creatures within range. You got a range of 30 feet. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increases by 5 for 8 hours.
Okay, so I'm gonna do myself, guard, and Nyx.
All right. Just add that as. I guess.
Is there an effect you can put on us for that?
Should I do it as temporary? Or override max?
Oh yeah, it does go over your
Oh no, max HP modifier. Okay, 5.
Yeah. You can on D&D Beyond, you should be able to, like Herb just mentioned, if you click your hit points, there should be a max HP modifier little button there, and I will put a condition on.
Also heal for 5.
So that you all remember.
I'm at a 22 hit points out of 31.
Also, I didn't want to bring this up before, but Dragon's Breath is a bonus action to enable the ability, but then a full magic action to actually cast the breath.
Wait, what?
I just read the effect.
What'd I miss?
And you did it on guard too, you said?
Yeah.
He's casting aid on a couple of us to give us more hit points.
Gotcha. I was just curious about the whole dragon breath thing.
Dragon Breath as a spell is a bonus action. The spell reads: you touch one willing creature, choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. Until this spell ends, the target can take a magic action to exhale a 15-foot cone.
Yo, what's a magic action?
It's a regular action.
You use a magical effect.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get an
It's
extra
casting
action?
a spell.
No.
Damn.
It's new terminology.
And the duration is 1 minute. So for an entire minute, you can just be breathing fire or breathing whatever forever.
Alrighty.
So I mean, it's a really good spell, but it's not a instant cast Dragon Breath.
So you all continue pressing
I see.
onwards. into the Forsaken Corner. Eventually, you come across in an alleyway. As you keep running, a shadow detaches itself from the alley wall. A tall figure, face hidden behind a smooth white mask. It raises a hand not to attack but to halt you. A whisper, unnaturally clear, fills your minds. You stir something ancient. The silence has noticed, Godsworn. Do you truly understand the forces you awaken?
No. What's your point?
And I will mention that you do still actually hear the footsteps before you get to.
I'll literally just say, no.
We haven't the time for conversation.
We'll
What do you
find
want?
out, though.
On with it.
Well, if you will not speak with me, I will end your lives here and now. Maybe we'll go into another encounter.
Speak with him. I feel gypped.
Getting good rolls on initiative today.
Callum, you're up first again.
Can't do jack shit. I don't like playing a caster anymore.
You have cantrips.
You gotta rely more on your cantrips and save your level 1, level 2 spells for big stuff.
It just takes getting used to being a spellcaster since you've never really done it in our other games. It'll come as we play more.
Cause yeah, I used a healing word. I held a spell and they didn't come into eyesight because I didn't want to waste it on a 3/4 thing. So I need to get spell sniper first. Yeah, I guess I will. And I can't do my cool wizard shit in the cantrips. So he's just like what, on a wall? Like what's going on?
No, he's detached himself from the wall and he is standing before you in the middle of an alleyway now.
Quietus agent. What the fuck is a quietus? So he's a
We have
shadow
monster.
or an actual person?
It's the freaking Dark Brotherhood.
You can't. You don't see any sort of discernible feature that allows you to see it. They're exactly as I described, a tall figure, their face hidden by a smooth white mask, the rest of them cloaked in shadow.
Really
Fuck
quick.
it. Let's burn it on fire. I create bonfire right underneath them.
Go ahead, guard.
I was gonna ask, has a minute passed? Am I still in rage?
No, you still have all your stuff. Weird
Okay,
jinx,
good.
whatever.
Yeah, I'll just create bonfire directly underneath them.
Dex save?
Dex save 15.
Alrighty. They fail.
Baby, burn! 8 damage!
As you ignite a bonfire at their feet and it sort of envelops them, the shadow seems to sort of devour it, not having quite the effect that you were anticipating it to have. And
Use cantrips more, they said. It'll be fine, they said.
Your powers are still weak. Best to snuff you out before they grow.
I'll snuff you out. And I'll pass.
Next.
Alright. we're going to summon my wild companion.
A little snake.
Not a little snake, a medium-sized snake, so a big snake.
Oh, your class feature. That's right, or your subclass feature.
I don't. Where's the stat block? Where did the stat block go? It's under my wild shape feature thing. Primate companion. There it is.
Way too big.
So make a clicking sound and then call out a name. Apep. Is that what I called it? Hold on. Notes. Apophis. She calls it Apophis. And from the piles of ashes comes a swarm of venomous snakes, apparently.
That's the only snake token that's medium-sized.
A person-sized white snake with gold markings. And as a bonus action, I'm going to have him attack.
Shivers. Glad I'm not on your wrong side.
Let me find the... I hate having to go find the stat block every time. So... Strike is +2 plus PB to hit. PB is, in this case, 3, so +5. I don't think I can use the action on here.
Not on the token, no.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just do this. We'll just do this in D&D Beyond then. That'll be 13 to hit.
13. That will miss as the serpent lunges and bites at him. You see his form sort of shift and flicker as the serpent sort of passes directly through it as if he was intangible.
HP is wrong. Let me go ahead and adjust that too. And that'll actually be my turn, so I'll just hit that while I do this.
It is Alaris's turn. She unleashes her flurry of arcane blows. her effects, or her spell seems to have full effect against him, and he kind of lets out a hissing, sort of angry snarl in her direction. Guard, you're up.
Yippee! When the snakes didn't work and the ice didn't work, or the bond guard will go up, bringing the might of his remaining strength on this creature. No reckless at the moment. Regular roll.
Yep.
22 to hit for 12 damage.
Right, however, as your axe collides into them, you feel a sort of steady force push back against it, your blow not landing quite as hard as you wanted it to.
Oh. Also, I forgot.
10 HP.
The temp HP. Guard will have it. Or temp HP.
On yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The vigor of the world tree fills you, giving you a bit more, making you a bit more hale and hearty.
Hooray! How do I do temp HP again?
So if you just go to your stat block, there will be a temporary hit points little option there. Just click your character icon on the bottom right or bottom left.
Thank you, boss.
Yes, sir. Alright, Erebus. You still have your Dragon's Breath up, so you can roll up and use an action to try and hit him with that, or anything else that you want.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna I sneak past Alaris a little bit there, and I'm like kind of standing in between Callum and Guard. You know, and again, I'm like, like a teenage girl, little blonde hair. I'd say she's about, I don't know, 4'10". So I just kind of get up next to Guard's waist and look up at him. I'm like, oh, hey. And then I'm gonna unhinge my jaw again. Looking up at him as I do so, and then looking up at Guard, just trying to creep him out, and then I'll look over and let out an icicle blast at this weird shadowy figure. I kind of aim it. I'm kind of gonna go up and down with it because I don't really know where this thing's weak spot is. You just said it's kind of a shadow, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of going all up and down it.
Alright, we got a deck save. Fail. Roll your damage.
Sweet. Wait, so then, because I already used my spell slot, so it won't let me cast that again. Should I just?
No, you should just be able to click the damage.
Oh, you're right. I can. I see that.
Yeah.
13.
13 points of cold damage as your icy breath envelops this creature, and you kind of direct it, trying to find some sort of solid purchase, but again, the shadow seems to sort of absorb it, not having quite the full effect.
Okay. And then, well, damn. What's up with this thing, man? And then I will end my turn.
Its turn now. You see as he sort of sinks into the shadow, and he reappears directly next to Alaris.
Whoa. Creepy fucker.
And he is going to strike at her with his claws.
I don't like Umbra Claws. I died to that once already.
Alright, he goes striking towards her, and she quickly gets up a little arcing barrier as they come crashing, as the claw comes crashing against her. And then he is going to go for another one.
As the kittens say these days.
That chicken's anything but.
Let's see, that one will manage to hit. The second claw, it pierces through her barrier and kind of rakes against her arm, and she lets out a little shout of pain as it collapses, or as the claw drags across her arm. So that's 2, 3, 4, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alrighty. Caleb.
As much as I really want to kick this dude's teeth in, I'm just going to... I know that fire didn't work, so I'm just going to try frostbite, and I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm coming from top down. I'm going to spiral it up and then bring it right down.
You would have seen Erebus's cold breath be absorbed into
I know, but it's absorbed or like half damage?
half damage.
Yeah, I got nothing else. I got one fire and one cold. I can't change it. You said I can't change cantrips.
Yeah.
Unless my abilities allow me to do something else.
Nope.
Yeah, my abilities are my quills and everything. Yeah, ritual spell, and then arcane recovery. Yeah, I can't do anything just yet.
Con save?
Con... Yes.
Failed.
4 down to 2.
Alrighty. Again, as your frostbite crashes into it, it seems to be absorbed into the shadow.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm just looking around, trying to find a way out, trying to make sure that we still have a distance away, like I'm taking in my surroundings.
Alright. Go to the turtle. Next, you're up.
is my attack roll lower, or my proficiency bonus lower in here than it is on D&D Beyond? My poison spray is at +2 when it should be at +5. Whatever. It was at +5 earlier. So I don't know what happened. Anyway, she's gonna make a few clicks and command the snake to engage again. So snake's gonna push through Erebus and Calum with little regard for their for them.
Alright.
Wow!
It's a snake. And attack the shadow again. So let me mark off my bonus action here first, and let me go roll that dice. It should be d20 plus 5 for the roll, so that's going to be a 21.
21, that will hit. Go ahead and
Let me check the damage again. As I do this more, I'll get quicker. But it's 1d8 plus PB, piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning, your choice. In this case, it is a snake biting, so it's going to be piercing damage. D8 plus 3 gives 11 damage.
11 points of damage. The impact of the strike also seems to be absorbed into the shadow.
If only it was a real snake and had grapples and poison damage. Nyx is also going to move a little bit away. Turn myself around here. Yeah, and we're going to cast Poison Spray on him.
Alright.
Are we still at
No,
disadvantage?
that was just for that one round.
Okay.
As you adjusted to the flashes of visions.
Gonna roll a 12. Poison Spray.
To hit.
Yeah.
That will miss. The poison completely dispersing actually as it comes in contact with the shadow.
Okay. And that's it for my turn. And that's it for the snake's turn.
Alrighty. Alaris going to use one of her Misty Steps. GTFO. She vanishes in a puff of mist, reappearing a slight distance away as she begins channeling more arcanic bursts towards the creature. So as she vanishes and then reappears in a cloud of mist, a slight distance away, she snaps both of her fingers as the dual bursts of arcane energy will sort of arc and then collide simultaneously against the individual from both sides as he disperses into the shadow with a final word. He says, "The Quietus will hunt you down."
The Quietus will hunt us down.
Yeah, now you have Quietus and Creed Forged on your tail.
Never a dull moment.
And you all
Can I roll for knowledge on Quietus, or would that just not be something that?
yeah, you would have no idea.
Would I?
Okay.
None of you would have any idea.
Alright, well, I'm gonna take note of what he said, and then
Actually,
we're gonna keep
hang
going.
on. Sorry, Erebus. Go ahead and roll a history check.
Oh, okay.
I am proficient in history.
This is more about personal history, actually, and backstory reasons.
Wait, hang on. What is this for?
Or
again?
it could also just be regional history, for
this is
knowing
the-
what the Quietus is.
So you know what the Quietus may or may not be.
Okay. History check, you said?
Yep.
13.
13.
He means 130.
Moment.
He forgot to carry the 0.
DC 9000.
So as you all are running, the individual's last words on your mind, Erebus, there's something that strikes a chord with you. You've actually encountered the Quietus before in your time serving under Valorian. They are basically like the polar opposite of the Creed Forged. They are, at least from what you can recall, they seem to be in service to the Silence, trying to snuff out any form of divinity, whereas Valorian is a singular force of divinity still on Astreva. So they're two opposites engaged in the occasional skirmish that you may or may not have been a part of.
Okay.
On your time within Solaris, the Empire.
Gotcha.
The battles between them are very rare, but they are, when they do happen, they're devastating. Like the entire fucking landscape shifts with the force of their combat.
Well, shit. We're being hunted by both sides, boys. And girl.
Wait, what?
There's two girls.
Girls.
Yeah, but
We're being hunted by both sides? What do you mean?
Do I know you, little girl?
Oh, yeah. So I'm still just a little girl.
Let's get going. We'll figure it out when we get safety.
All right, you all press on forwards into the darkness. You come across a bridge that stretches over a dry, stony canal. You see Creed Forge gathering at the far end, but beneath the bridge, in the darkness of the riverbed, you see pale masks glinting faintly. Creed Forged ahead, Quietus below. You brave the bridge, or do you risk darkness beneath?
You guys want to flip a coin?
I can see in the dark. I don't know about you guys.
Two paths the same, just choose before we get caught.
Okay, let's take the bridge.
Alright, you're trying to cross the bridge?
Yep,
I'm
as
going to
fast as I
need-
can.
I'm going to need athletics or acrobatics checks from everybody.
Or either one.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah. Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics, 19.
17!
Oh. My gosh.
16.
23.
Alrighty. You all surge forward, leaping gaps into crumbling stone, arrows clattering harmlessly off stonework as you cross safely, breaking through the barrier that the Creed Force had been in the process of setting up. They continue to call after you, chasing and clattering. You can see the dim night sky being illuminated by their lanterns. You turn down a singular alleyway, and you see there is actually a path, a small set of stairs that leads down into that dried riverbed. And when you are all crossing the bridge, let's see, what's everybody's passive perceptions at?
15.
Yes. 15. Do I need to roll that skill check for the snake too?
Where do I see this?
Your passive perception would be under...
14.
14, okay. Majority of everybody's already rolled to and succeeded, so you don't need to worry about it for your snake.
Okay. Good job, snake.
Guard, what's yours at?
Passive is 12.
12? Alright. So both Nyx and Calum, you noticed as you were sort of sprinting across the bridge, in the riverbed, away from the quietus, there was actually a entrance into drainage tunnel that you could escape through.
I shout out, yo, there's a drainage tunnel. If things get hairy, or we can jump now.
Was that on the other side that we just left, or is that on the side that we're on now?
That is in the actual riverbed that you crossed, that the bridge had crossed over, and you ducked into an alleyway. You can either press forward down the alleyway, or there is a small set of stairs that lead down into the riverbed in the direction of that tunnel.
Part of me says we go tunnel just to kind of get off the streets.
Weren't we headed to the gloam? How far is it from here to get to the gloam? Gloam and what was it's gloam and lantern, yeah.
Nobody here is extremely experienced in Hollow Rest. Alaris, let's see. Yeah, in the chaos, Alaris is a bit sort of waylaid at the moment. Also, she can't quite recall the distance.
They might be waiting for us in a direct route to the gloam. These tunnels could probably take us there a different way.
Yeah,
I say it's worth the risk.
resides in the tunnels is the issue, I would assume.
Yeah, he gives a wide smile. Something we could deal with.
More quietus, I would assume. I prefer my enemies to bleed.
quick. The Creed Force are bearing down.
I'll leave it to Erebus.
I mean, I was about to say I picked the last one. Wait, we either keep running or go into the
Go into the sewers. Basically, the Oblivion route and go into the sewers to escape.
We either fight Quietus or we fight Creed Forged, basically.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I like Nick's. Nick's has a pretty good point here. I like the devil I know that I can make bleed. So let's go ahead and not take the tunnel. We'll just keep running.
Okay,
Alrighty.
lead on.
We got one final pair of or one final group of checks to try and evade capture before you all arrive safely within the at the glowing lantern. How would you all like to go about this?
So yeah, because they know my shape now, so my alter self is no longer effective.
Oh, I'm clicking on the snake. That's why I can't find the things that I'm looking for. We're still gonna use deception. We're going to make it look like we went down one path when we're going down another, by knocking over some barrels or something.
Oh yeah, it was. So to that tunnel, was there like a cover or like a grate or something that needed to be moved to get in there?
We'd have to go downstairs to get there, so that wouldn't.
Oh.
It's about out of the way, really.
What I'm gonna do is on the pathway down to the sewers, I'm gonna put a magic mark with prestidigitation that'll last for an hour to try and get them to be like, oh, that sneaky person decided to leave it there, marking his way for his buddies because they got separated to all go down in the tunnel. I got nothing, bro. I already used create bonfire. I can't pull that trick twice.
Sorry, Nick. What did you say you were doing?
I assume that this alleyway branches out a little bit, like there's some multiple alleyways branching off of it. So I'm going to go to one of these passages that are off route and kind of knock over some barrels and make it look like we went that direction.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 2 deception checks for both of you.
So 2 in total, or 1 each?
1 each.
Can he roll advantage for me? I got a 6.
Nice.
Got 22.
Nice. Erebus, how are you contributing to this final?
So, man, I'm checking my. Okay, so I still I have those boots. So I have light footsteps, right? The silent footsteps. I have an advantage on stealth, so I'm gonna stick to the sides of the main path there, like kind of near where all the alleyways are, and if I need to be hidden, I'll kind of just duck out of the way, not be seen, and then I'm just kind of gonna just use stealth to stay low. And since, like I said, I'm still altered, so I'm a really short, like, teenage girl, and I'm gonna pull my cloak up over my face and stuff.
Do those boots cause you to not leave tracks?
Yeah. Go ahead
So what
and
you-
roll stealth with advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, same idea, but suggestion idea. You could
Yeah.
also, because you don't leave tracks, you could cover our tracks as we move forward.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I will go with Nix's idea. heeding to that. I'm still gonna be pulling the cloak up and trying to stay low and just out of the way. And is there still like any people in this area?
Not a just
Citizens?
just the sound of the Creed Forged boots hitting the pavement, chasing after.
Okay. And yeah, I'm going to use stealth and do that to cover their tracks. And I will roll a 9 with advantage.
Alrighty, guard.
What about me? What am I gonna do?
Yeah, how are you contributing?
Oh, I'm still raging, right?
Yes.
Those octo branches, or what was those Doc Ock branches that were on guard when he raged it before? Do those pop up all the time?
No, they've gone for now. Let's see. I'm actually gonna have Alaris do some spell shit. She has a difficulty, so she's going to aid in stealth also. She got a natural 20.
Wow. Good.
Good golly, gee. Well, he's gonna do the same thing he did before and try to hide again
Alrighty.
using his strength.
Yeah, you're invisible too from Alaris. Roll with advantage. She saw what you did last time.
Wait. I think these are modifiers. 21. 21.
Nice. Alrighty. So, as you all lay your deceptions and hide to the best of your abilities, eventually, after waiting with bated breath, you all manage to evade the gaze of the Creed Forged as they seem to have moved on from the sector that you've found yourselves in. Once you think you're safe, you wait a little longer just to be doubly sure. And eventually, you all come to a sort of silent agreement between you that it seems that the way seems clear for the most part. And you all press forward towards the glowing lantern. After about another hour or so, at this point, the dawn has begun to rise. The ashfall is still ongoing, covering the city of Hollow Rest in a fresh blanket of white, gray and white ash. But finally, the familiar sight of the glowing lantern appears. Its warm golden glow inviting amidst the tension. You see Luthus waiting anxiously at the doorway, one eye sharp beneath his grizzled brow, as he quickly motions for you to get inside.
Oh, what are we waiting for? He starts making his way in.
By the ashes, hurry, you lot.
The giant snake goes in too with Nick.
Oh god. You
Are
gotta
all-
bring that
you
thing
all-
in
you all
here.
gonna filter in?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Erebus is gonna stay. He's gonna like. I'm also gonna take off my alter self, go back to my original form.
Alrighty. And
And
once
then,
you get in there, any active effects that you guys all have will fade off as well. So.
Okay. And you see me just kind of like staying as far
Aside from
away
the
as I can from the snake. Side-eyeing it.
Well,
Let me quickly erase all the people here because it seems the tavern is empty.
Dead.
Accidentally deleted someone before.
You have to set those items on the tables too.
Sure do.
Kudos.
I managed to pull myself out of the pile.
Let's see. Yeah, Calum, guard. Oh, I need Erebus. Nice. Apparently your mini got.
Oh. Well, okay. Interesting.
Weird. Alright, well, you're temporarily nude.
The chase took off his clothes. Holy smokes.
So is Alaris, and she's also a male now, apparently.
Not much happened when you alter shape too much.
That's kind of. I was gonna make a joke about that too.
As you all hurry inside, Luthis will kind of slam the door shut behind you. Oh, hang on. Why is my... There we go. Music turned itself off. Luthis shuts the door behind you. You hear the loud sort of click as the lock settles in place, and then the bar falls over it as well, doubly reinforcing it. Oh, you've made a lot of powerful enemies this night.
I mean, do you expect...
Wanders over towards the hearth in the center of the inn.
I just respond, do you expect anything less from me?
Can't say I know you all too well.
Fair enough.
You see he grabs the iron poker and begins to draw slow practice sigils in the soot-laced air. A deep hum begins in the floorboards, low and thrumming like distant thunder.
I watch the sigils intently.
No quiet is not while you bear the mark, he says, gravel in his voice. The sigil flares once and then dissolves into smoke. All around the inn, faint runes ignite on beams behind scones along the lintels of windows you hadn't noticed were there. The lantern light takes on a subtle, otherworldly hue, cooler, tinged with the barest flicker of divine resistance. The world outside becomes quieter, distant, as if the lantern had stepped just slightly outside the city's reach. By the ashes, these wars are old, he mutters, turning to face you all. From before the silence, they won't hold forever, but they'll buy us time. Now sit. Breathe. Talk.
Callum is already over at one of the sigils, like looking at it intensively, trying to commit it to memory. Even though he's panting and exhausted because he's running and out of shape, but he's looking at a sigil.
I'm gonna say Guard's rage finally falls off here.
Yeah, like I said, any effects that you all had active have faded once you enter the end.
All that temp HP is gone.
Except for the A and D, it is still active.
Oh, I just deleted it.
I dare you.
I don't think our two naked friends have it either, so it's fine. Apophis decides that whatever food is on the table is his.
Does he? Is he not timed?
He is not timed.
Okay.
Apophis is around until either I dismiss him or I go unconscious.
How long does it take for me to commit that rune to memory?
Or it dies. If it is reduced to 0 hit points, then it also goes away.
Are you asking that of Luthus?
Me?
You said how long does it take for you to commit that rune to memory, right?
Yeah, I'm asking you as the DM because I'm actively trying to remember it. Write it down in a journal, whatever it takes.
Oh, gotcha. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
27.
All right. You managed
Huh.
to do it fairly quickly, actually. It takes you only about a minute to get one of them, but it's a large series of rooms that have encompassed the entirety of this place that would take days to commit all of it to memory.
That's what I was. My next question was: are all the runes different, or is it kind of just similar aspects? So, I'll just want to keep kind of walking around, looking at the different runes, trying to understand it, and then also keep an ear towards the group right now, because Callum is always interested in the arcane. Doesn't matter how beat up he is.
I don't think Kalen's been hit once. You're not beat up at all.
He's exhausted from running. He's a kid that's out of shape. And I have been hit. It's just I have temporary HP.
There you go. Temporarily not naked, but not looking like how I had originally designed you.
That's alright.
Well, you all gonna speak, or are we just gonna sit here twiddling our thumbs?
Well, what the hell do we do now?
Y'all gotta get the hell out of here. As quick as you can.
Where
You
should
wouldn't
we go?
happen to know exactly how to get out of here with Creed Forge scurrying on the streets like that? And the quietest lurking in the shadows?
First of all, what do you know of the Quietus?
Don't underestimate those masked bastards. They don't make idle threats. They make promises and they keep them.
Alright, let me ask you another one. What do you know of the Godsworn? Because, this is kind of all new to all of us.
He kind of sniffs a bit, kind of wiping a bit of soot from his face, which actually just spreads it a bit more. Not much. All I can say is you've stepped onto a path you can't step off. From here, it's either ascension or oblivion. no turning back. I pray that you don't turn out so bad as the last Godsworn I had the displeasure of meeting. Spits on the ground.
Who were the last?
He casts a bit of a furtive glance around. I'm sure you've heard of the Sun-Crowned Empire. Their emperor.
He's also a godsworn?
So he claims.
It's starting to piece things together.
Let's not go around telling everyone we're Godsworn, please.
He's the one who mentioned it first.
I'd be careful how openly you wield those gifts. Power draws attention, and attention draws daggers. Reforce won't be your only problem if others find out what you can do. Same with the Quietus. You'll find all sorts trying to take advantage of your status.
Yeah, we don't have an empire behind us, but there's a couple places we could go. It seems one of my visions brought me back home. If you guys want to trek the ocean to get there, that is. But I assume there's closer places we could go to.
Well, I'm only interested in one thing, and I believe it's about time I received my reward. She looks at Alaris.
Are you really gonna ask about that now, given that we've got the entire city bearing down on us?
We've the time, and perhaps it'll give us a destination.
I don't have a lot. I still need to do a significant bit more research. Pulls up notes. I've only managed to translate brief passages of that manuscript that you gave me. The ink itself was definitely divine in origin. The language was ancient celestial. As I mentioned, only bits and pieces of it. Something about turning of the coil, the bolt, laying it bare, that the sleeper's breath may stir anew. Carried by the chosen, it was set upon the path that it might bear witness to the long slumber. The path is not the path, the cycle is not the cycle. To tread it blindly is to walk upon a coil that unravels. That's all I've managed to translate so far. I'm sorry, it's not what you
Well, there's certainly no point in going back. In fact, I don't think that we can go back. So,
to the Basilica, definitely not.
and Alaris, aren't you going to be chased as well? They did see you with us.
That's definitely a possibility, but I'll be making my way back to Veltros as soon as possible. And don't worry, next I will keep in contact as I manage to translate more.
Then I
Caleb
suppose
hears
I will...
this and starts thinking about what that fully means.
Then I suppose I will look out for the culprit instead.
This is where DM will also subtly remind Erebus that one of his visions said, or that his iota said to seek out the lost temples of Barwoods.
Oh, that's right. Barvax. Where is this?
She blinks a moment. You mentioned that name before. As I said, I'm not particularly familiar with it. Upon which Luthus will chime in. Seems like what you need at the moment is allies and direction. There is another old scholarly type like her. He gestures over towards Alaris. Within the old archives, far-flung portion of the city. I could probably get you there safely without unwanted attention. For now, though, I'd recommend you all slumber here, rest, recuperate.
I will definitely do that. I need some rest.
You could use some time to prepare.
I'm not an night owl, so get me a bed and a drink.
Well, it's nearly morning.
About this scholar. She's got a bit of a grudge against the Creed Forged. Deep within the void, I'd say. Named Celine. If you can find her and convince her you're worth helping, she might be just what you need.
Where's Celine again?
In
the
the old archives,
archive?
like I mentioned, I can get you there.
Do I know Celine or have I heard of her?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Nat 20 for a 27.
Nice. You've read a couple of her papers, mostly scathing indictments on the Creed Forged and the Empire itself. It is a bit, you're not quite sure what she would be doing in a hollow rest, because the Creed Forged have definitely read her papers and would probably, given what you know of the Creed Forge, be trying to actively snuff her out.
So the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
She's not an order of the scribes like yourself. She's just a normal scholar that does dwell within Larathis, but yeah, that's what you recall.
Okay, well, I convey that to the group.
Alright, I remember seeing some of her papers. Not quite sure what she'd be doing here. I thought I was the only member of the order, although I guess technically she's not a proper member of this.
Well, you got some drinks for us?
Plenty of those. It's on the house tonight. He'll make his way over towards the bar, get a couple of tankards in return, laying them out on the table for whoever is wishing to partake.
Did you get one for the snake?
Because I'm exhausted.
Alaris kind of shoots you a look. Overlook this for now.
Thanks.
I'll
I
just have
drink
one
it quick
with
and then just fall backwards and just lay on the ground, just arms stretched out like.
This will lightly tap the table, and one of the mugs available will shift itself in the water for you.
Sad day.
No, not for you, for Nix.
Oh, gotcha. I thought that was for me. I'm like, fuck.
Nyx will take a measured drink and hold it at that, as someone from the desert would, or from the desert wastes.
Erebus just slams back his tankard and slams it on the table. That was good. Tastes even better when you're being hunted.
I'd imagine so.
You should make sure to hydrate. The ash is rather dry.
What does that even mean, Nix?
Puts her arms up in a shrug. Hands him the water.
I'm gonna throw that back too.
It is surprisingly hydrating as you realize that indeed you were feeling very significantly dehydrated after running through a literal storm of ash.
Not to mention breathing all the ash that we did in silica.
Oh yeah, we gotta hydrate the ash inside of me. A smile creeps across my face as I realize what Nix meant.
Guard just downs his drink. Damn bookworms. Good thinking.
I sit up and I just ask Alaris, so is this kind of where we're going to end up parting then?
As much as I'd hate to leave you in this situation.
That's exactly what you're gonna do, isn't it?
I don't imagine Nyx will be staying around too long if I don't provide her with the answers that she needs. Well,
Casts a
actually,
glance but doesn't respond.
perhaps there may be more information in these old archives that Lucas had mentioned. Maybe I'll accompany you just one more bit. Once we actually leave the city of Hollow Rest, I think that's where we'll have to part. I've taught you all that I can. I only pray that it's enough.
I just give a nod and kind of just fall backwards and lay back down. Just spread. Just
Oh, hold
exhausted.
on. Before you lay back down. Hands over his mug. Could you fill it with ice? Seeing as you can make those icicles small enough.
Crack a little frostbite and swing it to where it knocks him in the head and then bounces into his cup. And then I lay back down because you're starting to physically see that he is casting all the magic is starting to take its toll. It's not like he's like bloodied, but the exhaustion is starting to really kick into him because it was a lot of running and then lots of spell casting on top of everything.
Guard continues drinking.
Is there any last bits of RP or anything anybody wishes to get out to before we wrap up?
Guard will ask, Nix, really quick. Are you in a rush to go somewhere, by the way?
An excellent question.
One of my visions, I believe, I was told not to rush, ironically enough, but to grow instead. I won't pry. Well, I did just pry. He smacks his head.
The world moves whether or not I follow. Standing still is just a slower way to vanish.
This one speaks in riddles.
Mind it. And you can turn into shit? Is nobody gonna talk about that?
I'll leave you all to your affairs. This will give you all nod as he heads upstairs to his own private room.
Nyx will wave him off. Very gently.
Good night,
Luke.
and thank
Subtly.
you.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you as well.
Try to pour a little alcohol in a bowl. And
Give it to the snake.
I was gonna say, push it toward the snake. Here you go.
So, snake's cool, right?
His name is Apophis. The snake will sniff the flick its tongue out at the bowl of booze and then turn away from it. And then it will go searching for water. So it's going to roam now.
You know, I'm just gonna understand and try and think of all the different types of magic I've read about.
Try and find something that.
Okay.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, all the different magic that he's read about to try and find out how Nyx can change shape,
No, just kind of
or just in general.
just in general. Just thinking like what we've seen tonight, like the fact that you've changed shapes, that's more of druidic nature and understanding that, and then also kind of the other magics that we've seen, and then also just taking in the old magic that we're surrounded in.
Is wild shape magic?
Yeah.
Shapeshifting is transmutation.
I do know a little bit about druidic magic, that's why I understand to a tiny level, I'm assuming, with my research at least.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's ever rolled to kind of figure out where Nyx is from and what her background is. So that would also be a little bit of a.
Well, I don't think any of us really probably could, right? Seeing as we're not from that continent.
Well, so Dustborn is a name for people in this town. So if you're familiar with that, you might have that connotation.
Oh, okay.
Both Erebus and
Yeah, I would
Caleb,
be familiar.
You would be aware of, just due to the natural sort of skin tone and attire that she has. That would mark her as Dustborn, which you would know would be an individual from the Shattered Pantheon, which is the southern continent.
Right.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm gonna keep slamming him back, and as Erebus becomes more intoxicated, he starts opening up about how he's ready to get his redemption with his newfound power.
What do you mean by redemption?
Oh, I might have led a few people astray back in my day. Although, they wouldn't know it, and I didn't know it at the time. You know those Creed-forged motherfuckers have been chasing us around?
Yeah?
Well, I used to help them.
Really?
I used to grow their ranks.
Can I do an insight check on them?
Yeah. What are you trying to decide?
Gosh! Damn it. Well, not a whole lot. I rolled a 5 plus 5, but I was just trying to discern, like, How does he actually feel about it?
Well, you can go ahead and describe how you feel if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna, well, yeah, that's I know I'm trying to redeem myself here. Just I ruined a lot of people's lives, and now if I can do something about it, I wish I'll do it if I can.
He seems genuinely remorseful.
Oh,
You
hello,
wish to redeem.
booze.
So you wish to redeem through correction or sacrifice instead of acceptance and truth.
Yeah, Nix, whatever that means.
I go to grab another bottle, and I glance at Alaris, smile, pour it into Guard's one, and then fill mine with water.
Guard seems to be staring at a piece of bread on the table.
Just because I know I shouldn't push my limit, and I know I need water.
As you're sort of opening up a bit, Erebus, Alaris will turn towards you. Seems you wore divinity like a mask once, because they told you it fit. But redemption isn't about erasing what you were. It's about choosing what you become and bearing the weight of that choice. You don't need to be the god they wanted. You don't need to be what you think they want to see from you in your redemption. With your newfound power, you can be that new light that filled those people with hope. Not false hope, proper hope.
Or he could do more horrific shit.
Erebus kind of just looks. It's definitely like paying attention and like nodding his head, and like as he does, you can see him swaying back and forth from his intoxication. But he genuinely, he gives you a hand on the shoulder and just says, "Yes, I'm willing to accept what I've done, and will do whatever it takes."
Once you've accepted it, that makes it easier to move past it. You see that every action that you take, that you all take, she says, looking towards all of you, doesn't corrupt you. I hope that with your newfound mark, you will do the best that you all can for the people of this land.
Do me a favor, though, before I forget.
Of course.
When you get back, tell my uncle. Let's see what he can figure out.
I will do so.
As I just kind of look at my arm and kind of, I guess, play with the tattoo, quote unquote, and kind of lay back down, but kind of look at my hand up above my hand, or above my head, and kind of just look at how it shapes, how it moves, how it does what it does.
No matter what angle you look at it, it actually seems to shift so that it's always changing shape, basically. Bit disorienting.
In the meantime, Guard is rubbing his sinuses pretty harshly. His eyes are closed, he's looking down at the table.
Nyx will walk over to Guard and say softly, Rest while you can. The road doesn't wait. And cast Cure Wounds on him twice. For very little. Give me better rolls, please.
Get rolling sigil. Oh, there you go. All right. No more drinking then.
I'll be funny if it
your
removes
wounds does
lots,
sober you
too.
up slightly.
Back to drinking that. I'm kidding.
I must prepare for the morrow. She'll say as she starts walking off towards the room. She'll call out Apophis, make a clicking sound, and the snake will follow.
As I'm kind of looking at my hand, I'm going to say, let's try something. And I ask it to come out and go in front of me. I crack open our book, and I'm a ritual cast Find Familiar. And I'm going to do it. Oh, I need incense. I can't do that, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck! Never mind.
Lexori does appear before you. Hello there.
So, are you new or are you old? Like, were you born just the other day, or am I the first person you met? Like, tell me a little bit more about this.
All things are recorded, but not all things are remembered.
He's not the only one speaking in riddles. Okay. Were you ever with someone else on their journey?
I am you and you are me. We are one and the same. Two sides of the same coin. It will then sort of like spiral around your arm and then around your body before it reappears before you. As you grow, so will I. As your knowledge increases, so will mine. Together, let's seek the lost knowledge of this age.
Gotcha. So you were born yesterday. Let's go get some rest, and I ask it to get back on my arm.
It will shift itself back into the inky tattoo and meld back into your form.
Good night, you three. I'm gonna go get some rest. I definitely need it.
I'm assuming I'm too drunk to walk up those stairs. So Ereva's just gonna lay out on the floor beside the table there. Kind of just pass out drunk.
Got a con save?
Nah, if he wants to pass out drunk, he can just pass out drunk.
He failed his own con save is what happened.
Well, God, are you going to go seek solace in slumber as well?
He reaches down toward his neck, grabs for something that can't be seen, but fits in his hand. Seems to be a necklace of some sort. But what's attached to is stuck in between his palms. I'm gonna sit by the fire. I did enough burning today.
She'll flick her cloak, her blue cloak that marks her as a member of the Order of the Scribes offer, and sort of drape it over you, Erebus, before she makes her way upstairs.
I look up and just thank her. Just like barely let out a thank you. And then just immediately pass back out. Does that mean we can short rest or long rest?
Long rest.
Give me one moment to conclude the narrative for today.
No worries. I just was.
As
let's
exhaustion
look back
settles
at it.
upon you, dreams arise. Visions from the gods well, mingling with the warnings whispered of by both friend and foe. Outside, the city of Hollow Rest awaits, restless beneath a veil of shadows and secrets. Soon choices must be made, allies gained or lost, truths discovered or buried forever. The path as God's will is just beginning, and at the eyes of a forgotten world, turn towards you. And we will conclude the session there for today.
These beds look really uncomfortable.
You all can go ahead and hit the long rest button.
Yippee!
Is there one of those in this as well?
I don't think so.
Sigil?
You can hit the long rest button on your character sheet and then re-upload it into your token.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. I think I've already reset everything. I'm fine.
Does that mean that we're no longer inspired?
Yes, I think because the cat. Well, inspired, yes, but what about the aid?
Yeah, the aid will fall off.
Okay.
Oh snap! I loaded character from clipboard and it reset everything guard was. No!
You're not supposed to load it from clipboard.
I'm a fool. I need to be fixed.
You're supposed to click on the drop down and then select your character from your D&D Beyond characters. Is there a clipboard? Can you
There we
grab
go.
clipboard from D&D Beyond?
Can what?
I see export to PDF. I see shareable link. I don't see export to clipboard on the D&D Beyond
for that
character.
one, if you are actively on your character sheet on D&D Beyond, if you just copy the URL from clipboard, that's how I imported you all originally.
Okay, I thought it was like an actual stat block that you loaded from clipboard.
Nope.
Just the D&D Beyond URL. Got it. Cool. That's clever. I wish it was a little bit more well labeled, I guess. Because load from clipboard can mean many things.
Sure can. Alright, well, everybody enjoy themselves this session. I know it was a bit of a weird one. I haven't really done chases before, so I hope it was engaging enough.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I used to have a character that specialized in chases.
Like Pathfinder rules and shit.
Yeah. It's quite fun when you're like doing chasing and fleeing kind of in skirmishes. But yeah, that the character concept works just fine. I mean, the character build works just fine. That was, I think, 3.5e actually. I don't think that was Pathfinder.
Pretty much the same thing, am I right?
More or less.
Silly Billy. I need to figure out. I don't think I could do a cleave build with the current barbarian I am. If I was a berserker or something, maybe. I have to look into it, but I like it.
The cleave is fine. It's just a thing that you do with whenever you make an attack and there's two people next to each other. So.
And there's always two people, usually.
Yeah, that character was a druid that had a direwolf animal companion that she could ride.
All right.
I could have ridden a dire wolf.
I am gonna go lay down. I'm still running a fever,
It's
so
bedtime.
have a wonderful night.
I'm out of here too.
Later, feel better.
Good night. Sleep tight.
I hope you
Go
guys
to
all have a much better day tomorrow, me included.
Ha! It's April Fool's, so you were just
Oh, yeah.
joking.
It's
I
not
believe
April
you.
Fool's. It's March 31st still. So my comment is genuine.
Well, for another 40 minutes anyway.
For me, it's already the first, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop
It's
on Final
9:10
Fantasy.
here. Anyways, peace.
Yeah, I'm traveling for work tomorrow, so.
Good luck. Good luck in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm gonna say goodbye to the chat. Talk to you all later. Alrighty, there you have it. That will be the conclusion of part 4. Bit of a weird one. Like I mentioned, haven't really done chases before, but I think it worked out alright. Those watching the VODs and whatnot, appreciate it. Talk to you all on the next stream. Later.